You just unboxed a Cisco 2504 wireless LAN controller. Your job? Get 2 Wi-Fi networks running. One for employees, one for guests, and make sure a lightweight access point joins without you touching it. This is the only CCNA topic tested in the GUI, not the CLI, so knowing where to click matters as much as knowing what to configure. The AP tunnels client traffic through a CAPWAP tunnel to the WLC, which translates wireless frames to Ethernet and sends them out the trunk. The switch is the DHCP server, NTP server, and default gateway for everything. 2 WLANs map to 2 VLANs on the wired side, plus a dedicated management VLAN for the CAPWAP control plane. Before the WLC does anything, the switch needs 3 VLANs, a static LAG trunk to the WLC, and SVIs as default gateways. Critical detail: Cisco WLCs only support static LAG mode on. They cannot negotiate with PAGP or LACP. The DHCP pools need 2 special options. Option 42 tells clients which NTP server to use. Option 43 tells the lightweight AP the IP address of its WLC. The AP leases an address, reads option 43, and now knows where to find home. The WLC starts with a console wizard. You set the hostname, admin credentials, enable link aggregation, and configure the management interface with its IP, netmask, gateway, and management VLAN. Then comes the virtual interface, a unique IP used for relaying DHCP messages to clients. It does not need to be reachable by anything else. Cisco recommends using a documentation range address like 192.0.2.1. The multicast IP goes in the administratively scoped range 239.0.0/8. Country code must match the regulatory domain of your APs. Mismatch, and the WLC will refuse to manage them. Once the wizard finishes and the WLC reboots, you can manage it 5 ways. Console for initial setup, Telnet or SSH for CLI over the network, HTTP or HTTPS for the GUI. By default, HTTP, HTTPS, and SSH are enabled. Telnet is disabled. Authentication checks the local user database first, then any configured radius servers. Ways to lock down who can even reach the management interface. You create a CPU ACL under the Security tab and apply it under CPU Access Control Lists. Same 2-step pattern as router ACLs. Create, then apply. On a WLC, port and interface are not interchangeable. Ports are physical: console for initial setup, service port for out-of-band management, redundancy port for pairing 2 WLCs, and distribution system ports for normal network connections. Interfaces are logical: the management interface for in-band admin, the AP manager interface for CAPWAP tunnels, the virtual interface for DHCP relay, and dynamic interfaces which map WLANs to VLANs. Think of them like SVIs on a switch. Before you can create a WLAN, you need a dynamic interface for it. Under the Controller tab, Interfaces menu, you create one named Internal on VLAN 100. Set its IP and net mask, point the gateway and DHCP server to the switch SVI, and apply. Repeat for guest on VLAN 200. Each dynamic interface is the bridge between a wireless SSID and a wired VLAN. No dynamic interface means no WLAN. Now the WLANs themselves. Under the WLANs tab, create new. 3 identifiers: the SSID client C, the profile name for the WLC, and a unique numeric ID. On the General tab, check the status box to enable it, and select the correct dynamic interface. This is where the internal WLAN connects to the internal interface on VLAN 100. If you skip enabling the status checkbox, the WLAN exists, but no client can connect to it. Security tab, Layer 2. Select WPA+, WPA2, enable WPA2 policy and AES encryption, leave TKIP disabled, it is obsolete. Authentication defaults to 8021X, but the CCNA tests PSK, so change it to PSK and enter an 8 to 63 character ASCII passphrase. The WLC converts that passphrase into a 256-bit pre-shared key. Layer 3 tab adds web policies after the client has an IP, authentication, pass-through, conditional redirect, or splash page. Know the difference. Layer 2 controls access before IP, Layer 3 controls it after. QoS tab has 4 levels: Platinum for voice, Gold for video, Silver for best effort data, that is the default, and Bronze for background or guest traffic. Set internal to Silver, guest to Bronze. Advanced tab has 2 features to know. Client load balancing steers a new client away from a crowded AP toward a less busy one. Client band select delays responses on 2.4 GHz, so dual band clients prefer 5 GHz. Flex Connect can also be enabled per BULAN here. Local switching lets the AP forward traffic without tunneling to the WLC, and local auth lets it authenticate independently. Plug the AP into the switch, give it a few minutes. It boots, gets an IP via DHCP, and starts discovering WLCs. 5 methods: broadcast discovery, previously joined WLCs, manual CLI configuration, DHCP option 43, and DNS resolution of Cisco CapWAP controller.local domain. In our topology, the AP finds the WLC through broadcast and option 43. It joins, downloads its full configuration, including both WLANs, channel assignments, and transmit power, all from the WLC. You can see it appear under the Wireless tab, rename it, and change its operational mode. Clients connecting to either WLAN show up in the Monitor tab client list. WLC connects via static LAG only. No PAGP or LACP. DHCP option 43 points APs to their controller. Initial setup is Console Wizard, then GUI for everything else. Dynamic interfaces map WLANs to VLANs. WPA2 PSK with AES on the Layer 2 Security tab. QoS levels: Platinum voice, Gold video, Silver best effort, Bronze background. AP discovers via broadcast, option 43, DNS, or manual config, then joins and downloads its config. The WLC GUI is the only CCNA configuration tested in a browser, not a terminal.